Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again, and it's the bonus banger time, y'all. It's bonus banger time. Let's lock. It's bonus banger time. I got one, y'all. Let's lock. It's bonus banger time. I keep one. Y'all know I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start these videos off, man, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch in the morning times, and I promise y'all there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing in the process, and that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. I don't want to see y'all go behind bars, man. I don't want to see y'all have to collect calls to your family. I don't want to see y'all have to get your family up, got your kids missing school because they got to come to court. I don't want to see y'all have to go through these things, man. I'm trying to save y'all, man. If you listen to me, I'm trying to save y'all from going through what I've been through, man. Y'all think I'm just up here doing this for my health? No, man. I'm actually really trying to save people from going to prison. I know y'all don't want to go to that place I'm talking about these stories, man. It's a crazy place, and I never want to see y'all go there, man. Change your life around, man. If you can, if you want to, man. How about that? If you want to change your life around, do it. Like, it's nothing stopping you, man. What, you gonna be a goon for 20 years? Come on, man. Even back in the day, nobody was goons for 20 years, man. You gotta change it up. It's either prison or the graveyard that stops people from being goons for 20 years, man. So let's change your life around. You don't have to go through none of these problems, man. Make your life easy right now by just staying out the way. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. It's bonus banger time. So what I need y'all to do with this one? Like, share, subscribe this one, y'all. Skip. Let's go. What? It is time for business. Time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called Akh Was A Maniac. Part 1. Crazy story, crazy situation, but we are aware, people. We are in penitentiary, man. Crazy things happen all the time, man. And I'm telling y'all, man, I have seen it all. And in this particular story right here, man, this kind of like, you know, I'm not even gonna lie, man. This guy kind of was just like a maniac. I'm not even gonna lie, man. There's no other way to put it. He was a psycho, man. Like, sometimes you have psychos and they still be under certain religions, man. They still be under certain type of protocols that they supposed to follow and they supposed to be doing, man. But you know, when you're in prison, like, all the rules get broken. People break all the rules all the time, man. And this one particular dude, that's what he did a lot in this story right here, man. So with that being said, though, we gonna start it off on Susses 2, y'all. We are on Susses 2. And I can remember being in 3D, man, kind of like I'm already in there. I'm situated. I've been there for a while now, man. Like, I got a job. I've been moving around. I'm like 6 months in, maybe almost a year into 3D probably around this time, man. Like, for real, they had a whole bunch of different type of characters that was in that pod. Like, I have seen people come in that pod because they wanted to be in the better pod, just because they wanted to be ducked off, man. Like, 3D had its perks. I be telling y'all that every time I do a 3D story, man. But you have people that come in and out of that joint, man. It's like, for real, man, like, you really can't, like, decipher who's gonna be what. But I can remember this one dude, man. We gonna call him Akh. Now, Akh definitely was a Muslim, man. Like, I knew Akh from being on Susses, like, from the beginning as a young dude. Like me and him never had been in a pod together before we was in 3D. But before that, I used to always see Akh, man. Like, Akh was a different type of character. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Like I told y'all, like, you know, with me being new to penitentiary, like, I have to get used to kind of like seeing how things are being carried. Like, you know, from watching stuff on TV, Malcolm X or different prison stuff that had the Muslims in it, like super crazy organized, super together, super carrying it like they're gonna do anything that has to be done if it has to come down to disrespecting Muslims. Like, this is what I was expecting to see. Now, definitely that was going down on Susses. Like, they had great structure, but they also had like renegades in their religion too. And like, that's in every joint. Like, it's not like I'm just saying this is about the Muslims, but like, no, everybody is not perfect. So like, when you're in prison, like, you kind of already a criminal. So like, to be able to be a criminal and like just because you're Muslim, like now you gotta go into prison and like be good. Like 75% of them be good. Like 85%, the rest of the 25% of them, they are psychos, man. And like Akh was a psycho, like for real. With me even not being in the pod with him, man, like I have witnessed crazy things from Akh, man. Now, first off, man, Akh used to love that la. And like that was the first. Let's get to that, man. Like Akh loved that la. Like I'm telling you, man. Like he was one of those guys that didn't do nothing else but the la. Like he didn't do no D block. He didn't do no Hardy's chicken. He didn't do no outer pay. He didn't do none of that, man. Akh used to love that la, man. So like you having a la used to kind of be crazy because like he was slightly intimidating, slightly, man. Now I'm not gonna say where Akh was from, but like, and even he had people that rock with him, and he had the Muslims that rock with him. So like he had double backup. You know what I mean? So like. His intimidation used to be different. Like, you know, it was a lot of dudes on Sussex 2 that used to get that pack, used to get that la, and a lot of them kind of like didn't really have backbones. Like, it'll be like that. It's just like that on the street. But like the ones that didn't have backbones, I'm not saying that Akh used to be on some robbing stuff, but like his aggression, like his like the way he pull up on you and see what's going on, how he strike a deal, how he get you to deal with him in something decent other than sending money off. Like he didn't send no money off, but Akh still wanted in. I'm telling you, man, like I can remember one time, the dude my homeboy was getting the pack with that came from St. Bride's. I remember he was in 2D and they started getting him and my homeboy started getting the pack. Now my homeboy that's in the block with me, he ain't selling nothing. Like he's already understood that he ain't got nothing for sale. He just doing up and looking out for the home team and we going up with the la. That's all we doing. Now the dude on the other block, he jives kind of like selling it, got people selling it or whatever the case. I mean, you can do whatever you want with it, but you know, dude was coming just from St. Bride's. So like, it wasn't really a lot of violence or none of that going on up there, man. But I promise you, man, like the dude, Akh, man, he was downstairs in 2B and he waited till we came out the rec. So when we used to go out the rec, we used to go on the court, kind of like with the dudes, you know what I mean? Like the dudes that's in 2D and we used to kind of meet them and go, you know what I mean? Mess with the la. Man, as we coming down the steps, me and my man, we get to the salad port. I seen the dude Akh, man. Akh was like a brown skinned dude. Man, he was bald headed, man. He had the freaking wrinkles. He was one of those bald headed dudes that had the freaking like the 3 wrinkles in the back of his head, man. And like he was kind of like stocky. Like I'll give Akh, man, probably like 5'11", 6 feet tall, a little bit taller than me at the most, man. But he kept his weight up though. He would work out and made sure he was straight. You know what I mean? So like he was intimidating looking. I ain't even gonna lie. The word was back in the day that he done put work in. Like they said this was Akh's second bid, by the way, man. Like they say he did 10 years a while ago and now he's back again. He brought back 15. He brought back Tim Tebow. So like now he's doing 25 basically because they say he wasn't even out long, man. So like all he cares about is his Muslim community and getting the la. That's all he cares about, man. So when we came down the steps, I seen this man looking super serious talking to the dude next door. And I can see the dude next door kind of like he was like a deer in headlights. He was like, he looking all crazy in the face, like he don't know what to say, you know what I mean? So the dude out like, yeah, look, I'm saying like, this what I'm saying, I ain't got no send out money. I ain't got no send out money, right? So look, this what I'm trying to do. Look, I got $25 food. What you trying to do? What you trying to do? What's up? What's up, man? Yeah, like he talk to you like that. Like, you know, normally, like you gotta be careful like talking to certain people like that. Cause I can't really like do business if somebody talking to me like that. So I felt like in a way that Akh did kind of pick his prey. And like being a maniac like him, that's what they kind of do, y'all. So boom. So of course he's picking the weak. Of course he's picking somebody that he feel like he can scare. But like, you know, bro kind of slightly with us because he rocking with my man. So when we come down the steps, we see the jump. So I know Akh because my homeboy from Norfolk is a Muslim. So when I see him, I'm like, we see the jump happening. Like, we call bro name, like, what's up? He was like, oh, no, man, I'm crazy, man. Oh, that's word. I was like, no, I ain't crazy. I'm trying to get some la. What's up, though? What's up, $25? So my homeboy, the dude was like, yeah, man, I got you, man. This catch me, this bring it upstairs out the wreck. So he was like, all right. That's my word, man. Like, he used to be down on it. He used to be super duper down on it. So I remember that incident. Nothing crazy came to that incident because like bro was jive with us. Like, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't no scared. Like he was scared of people, but there's just too many politics kind of like for him to be able to just get that done easy. But he's still kind of like, I think he's still kind of scared, bro, a little bit, man. So that used to be his move, the scare tactic game. That's when Akh would kind of like, you know, turn the heat up a little bit, man. And like next thing you know, he moved next door into 2D. So we see him coming up the steps with his stuff. Like he didn't need no car. He just brought his stuff up one by one and he was going next door to 2D. So he go next door to 2D and he was just down on bro top, man. I promise you, man, before you know it, man. Before you knew it, man, I promise you, man. Akh was part of the team, y'all. So boom. Now, Akh was still Muslim, you know what I mean? But I say part of the team, I'm joking, like, but he actually went up there, and the dude that used to get the pack on my man, like, got extra cool with him, like, yo, we cool, like, you know, da-da-da-da. But the whole time, like, dudes was saying that, you know, like, yo, for real, Akh scared him, you know what I mean? Akh scared him and stuff, so, like, I couldn't protect nobody that's scared, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta protect yourself, bro. Then we can ride. But, like, me and my homeboy kind of stayed out of it. Like, what he did with his guy, when he got his la-la, my man used to get right, that was his business. So that's how we carried it. So, like, for real, now that he was in 2D, it was wild, you know what I mean? Because Akh kind of like, you know, like, when bro used to pop up with the junk, now Akh get to come to the parties and, like, for real, I can remember one time, like, this is around the time it was like Ramadan, you know what I mean? Like, you supposed to be fasting, you supposed to be doing all of that, man. I promise you, man. And, like, he was fasting, but the only thing he couldn't really fast on was the lala. So, like, we out on the court, like, that's what we used to do. We'll meet up on the court and we'll blaze the lala. So we out there blazing the lala. You know, we ain't on Ramadan, we blazing the lala. You know what I mean? Blazing that junk, blazing that junk. My word, I pulled up. I was like, let me hit it. I promise you, on the court, we was on the court over here beside us, it was about 5, 6 Muslims already over there just talking, you know what I mean? Talking to some Muslims on the big yard. So he was like, let me hit it. So everybody looked back like, he was like, man, look, my homeboy looked back, the dude that he's scaring, he looked back like, man, ain't you fasting? He was like, man, I ain't. He snatched the feezy out of his hand. He was like, man, look, that ain't got nothing to do with it, man. Look, I ain't perfect, man. And he started hitting the feezy. He was like, yeah, I ain't perfect, man. I look over at the Muslims just standing over there like, he finished hitting the feezy. They call him over there words. So when he left, my homeboy was like, yo, my other homeboy, he was like, yo, he tell the dude that he's scaring that's in the pod. He like, yo, like, what he got you shook, son, bro? Like, what he got going on? He was like, man, Akh, man, dude, Akh a psycho, man. He was like, bro, I ain't got time for him, bro. Like, I just look out for him, give him deals for his commissary, and let him lessen the la time to time. He was like, man, other than that man's a psycho, man. I'm telling you, man, like, he get angry over that la. So I'm like, man, I see, you know what I mean? He get over there by the Muslims. So I guess the Muslims ain't really trying to put him on blast and, like, let him know what he's doing. It's Maniacville. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I told y'all, I be telling y'all this in stories. Like the Muslims be all the way official, but sometimes, like, you know, you have dudes that get off their deen. You know what I mean? It happens, man. Like, you know, like, nobody's perfect in this world, and that's just how it be. Like, so a dude like he's standing over there, like, he's just taking the scrutiny. Like, they giving it to him. Like, you can tell they ain't doing it in a crazy way that's they embarrassing him. And he'll sit there and listen. That was the different thing about Akh. He would sit there and listen. And he would tell the Muslims, like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, Akh, man. I know, man. I gotta tighten up. I know I'm out here just, you know, living unrighteously and I forgot what he used to say, but he used to say some type of stuff, how he's living and all of that. And they used to be like, yeah, they used to be telling him, he's like, I'm gonna get it together. But I just figured that they knew that he was a psycho, man, and getting it together for him was not in the plans, y'all. So boom, we go back in the pod, man. We dip, you know what I mean? We in the joint. I promise you, man, the dude that's the homeboy that be messing with the lala. I don't know what had happened, but Rudy ended up telling me, shout out to Rudy, man. Rudy was in that pod, so Rudy ended up telling me what had happened. But when we went to dinner, like, they was on lockdown, you know what I mean? But Rudy was out there passing the trays out, so I seen Rudy in the hallway as we coming out. So I see they on lockdown. I'm like, yo, what y'all on lockdown for? Because we didn't even know they was on lockdown. Like, what y'all on lockdown for? He was like, shh, man, I got the rumbling in this jank, man. I'm like, who he got the rumbling? He was like, man, he got the rumbling such and such from the beach. Man, you know, bro, he talking about bro that was getting the pack on my man that he's scared. He like, hey, you know what I mean? He ducked off and went to go mess with the lala, and he was in cell 44, ducked off. He was like, man, it's my word. He was like, man, I was calling him. Man, he said, man, I went to area cell that had to cut up. I said, for real, man? He was like, yeah, he went to area cell that had to cut up, man. And he was like, man, for real? He ended up snapping out. He was like, when he got to 44 and seen the cut was up, he was like, man, the old head that's in that cell, man. He was like, that's what the dude was in there messing with the lala with. He was like, man, old head got the door open and snap. He was like, he snapped on Akh, man. He was like, he snapped on Akh. He said the Muslims seen it. The Muslims told him to get off the top tier. And he came down. He said, well, Akh came down. He was like, yeah, look. Yeah, y'all, that's how y'all do. He talking to the dude, he's scaring them. Y'all trying to duck me. That's what y'all doing. Yeah, all right. Yeah, keep it then. Don't let me find out you got it again, though. Yeah, like, he used to talk like that. So my Rudy telling me, and I was like, so I got mad that bro went to another cell and lit the lala up. He was like, yeah, he had to be. He was like, he went to look for him in every joint. I said, Rudy, he got that man like that. Rudy was like, man, I used to rock with dude. He was like, but when he brought Akh into the equation, Rudy was like, I had to fall back. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I had to fall back. So I'm like, look, I was like, look, this is what I'm saying. Did he get the rumble in my homeboy? He was like, nah, he ain't rumble with him. They got the wrecking. right there, like by the steps. He was like, they was behind the steps wrecking, so the lady couldn't hit the gun. He was like, that's why y'all probably ain't hit a jump. But he was like, the police came in the jump and broke it up and locked both of them up, man. I was like, man, I know happy when he went to the hole, man. Rudy was like, man, I looked at him when he was in the cell. He said, man, he did the Tiger Woods in the door, y'all. So boom. He got rid of a Terminator, man. Like, for real, I didn't want to call Akh a Terminator because of the moves he make, man. But, like, he definitely goes in the bucket of people that was chasing that Lala down on Maniac time. And, like, you have those people in prison. What y'all think? We going to get all this stuff in prison and we ain't going to have to deal with maniacs? That's like somebody getting a bunch of bricks and you don't think you're going to have to deal with the freaking takers on the street? Like, that's just how this game go, man. You know what I mean? So, in prison, it's slightly the same thing because you have some people that can't afford this stuff. You got some people that like to do this stuff but don't have no means to pay for it. So, those are Terminators when it comes to they still trying to make it happen by force. So I didn't want to call Akh that just because he was a Muslim. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like, he was cool, my homeboy that was a Muslim. I just kind of like, I was just leaving it at that he was just a maniac. I ain't even gonna lie. So now he's in the hole. Like, time that went on. Like, fast forward the tape slightly, man. Probably like 4 years, 3 years or something like that. Fast forward the tape game. Now that I'm in 3D, Akh used to be back and forth to the hole. So y'all know I work in the hole. So I used to see Akh in the hole. So I see Akh in the hole, man. I'm telling him, like, because he used to rock with this dude from his city. I almost said his city. I'm not going to say his city. But it was a particular dude from his city that was in my block. And Akh used to rock with him. Akh used to rock with the dude. Like the dude used to touch a little bit. But the dude used to touch because the dude had a little bit of change. Dude used to spend that money. But he would touch from time to time as well, too. But still, though, he had his hand in getting that lala. That's basically what I'm saying. So he was in the block. So I used to go holler at Black. And I ain't even going to lie. I used to go holler at Akh. And when I used to go holler at Akh, we wouldn't kick it long, but he was in cell 15. So he was like right there. I'll be sweeping up and he'll call me and he'll ask me who got the la-la in my pod. And I'll have to tell him it definitely wasn't me because I already know how he was. So I'm spinning him in every aspect. So I'm like, yeah, it's in the pod. He was, hey, look, my homeboy from my city got that. He got some of that in there. I heard he got some of that in there. The other dude that be cleaning up at night told me he got it. I'm like, man, I don't know. If he say he got it, then he got it. Like, I ain't really trying to throw bro under the bus, you know what I mean? He was like, man, I'm trying to find out though, Weezy. He was like, cause look, if he do got it, he got something for me, trust me. So I'm like, what you want me to pull up on him? He was like, yeah, come back tonight. So I'm like, all right. So I go back to the pod, you know what I mean? Bro that he talking about, bro sleeping cell 36. So I go to bro cell, I go up the steps, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm gonna go holler at him, man, for Akh, man. I know Akh gagging, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm gonna go holler at him. I went up the steps, you know what I mean? Went to his door. He like, yo, I'm like, bro, you coming out? He like, yeah, so let me holler at you when you come out. He was like, all right. So bro come out. When he come out, I'm already downstairs. So he pull up, he's like, what's up, Weezy? I'm like, look, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was like, you know, Akh. He was like, Akh. I was like, Akh, man, the Muslim boy. He was like, oh, yeah, no, man. I was like, look, he in the hole, bro. Like, he wants you to send him something, you know what I mean? I was like, he wants you to send him something, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, he heard you had the lala. I was like, word, I ain't telling him, bro. I was like, I spun him and said, I don't know, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He was like, nah, he all right, though. He was like, all right, hold on. He went back in the cell. Bro, come back down. You know what I mean? He had something to knock and he gave it to me. I was like, what's this? He was like, it's 2 fees. I'm like, all right, I'm going to give it to him. You know what I mean? So I held it. I had to wait till later on. So I went back in the cell, chilled. At the count, that's when I'm going to go there. So when after count came, that's when it was nighttime. That's when I went back. So I go back over there. I see Akh in the door. He's like, what's up? I'm like, I walked to the door. I was like, I slid it on the door. He went down, picked it up. He was like, what's this? I was like, he sent you, I think he said 2 fees. He was like, 2 fees? Man, what am I gonna do with 2 fees, man? He was like, man, that man touching all that work and he sent me 2 fees, Weezy. I'm saying in my head, man, you should be thankful, you freaking psycho, so boom. Hell's wrong with you, man? He like, all he gave me was 2 fees? Yeah, all right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Now he back in the hole. He look wild. He got a George Jefferson, man. Like the hair kind of growing over there where the roses at the back of his head. Like his back of his neck had looked like a freaking hot dog stand. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, but nah, like he kind of just, you know what I mean? He bitten, he's snapping. Like he's not satisfied, man. That's kind of like who Akh was, man. I was shocked to see him behave like that behind the door. Man, I messed up. He just going in. So I'm like, man, look, that's what he gave me, man. What you want? He was like, nah, this ain't nothing against you. Yeah. So somebody called him. I guess when his Muslim brothers was in the hole, he was like, what's up, Akh? They was calling him Akh. He was like, what's up, Akh? Yeah, dude, like, say something to him, like, He was like, man, look, man, I'm down here gagging, man. Look, man, I'm human, man. As he was saying that, like, he yelling this to the dude. Like, as he was saying that, I'm looking directly into Akh's cell, man. Akh like this, sitting at the table, man. Akh like this. Akh getting that J right. Akh like, Man, I'm human, man. He getting that junk together, that's my word. Next thing you know, he come to the joint, he like, man, he called me again, like, what's up? He said, man, can you give me a wick from such and such? I'm like, all right, so I really don't get the wick. I get the wick from him, hand it back. I was about to leave. He said, hey, where you at? I was like, what? He said, man, when you go back in there, man, he said, man, you better, he called dude name. He said, man, you better tell him, man, he better make sure he look out for me, man. He already know what time it is too, Weezy, man. Make sure you tell him just like that. I was like, man, I'm not going. He was like, nah, look, trust me. Tell him just like that. He backed away from the door. I was like, all right, man, you know what I mean? I shot back to the pod, y'all, so boom. I go back to the pod. I tell bro, I say, yo, look. I said, man, that wasn't enough. You know what I mean? I try to look serious without saying majorly disrespectful things. So I try to put a serious face on for he can see that this is how Akh was thinking, serious. So I was like, yo, man. Akh said that wasn't enough, man. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. And he said, man, look, you better make sure you look out for him, man, because you know what time it is, man. I told him I wasn't even gonna pass that message. You know what I mean? But he was like, he told me to tell you that. So dude was like I never seen dude in action. You know what I mean? I never seen dude in action. I never seen him kind of like he was with that type of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? But dude did run with the red team. He wasn't with the red team, but he was another dude that kind of got in, like the red team rock with him. He looking out for the red team when he get his stuff. So it was like he had a little bit of backup slightly, you know what I mean? But him and Akh is from the same city, for God's sake. But I seen dude face. Like I was expecting for him to probably be like, you know what? Man, tell Akh, man, look, man. Goddamn, tell him I said go to hell. I was expecting something like that. You know what I mean? That man said, man, Akh always crying, man. He a crybaby, man. Man, I ain't worried about Akh, man. I'm like, I was just telling you what he said, bro. He was like, yeah, you good, Weezy, man. I ain't worrying about him, no, man. He just walked away. I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. So the next day, I shoot back to the hole. I go back over there, you know what I mean? Doing my little thing. I wasn't even in Akh pod. Akh slept in the pod next to us in the hole. Like, I'm downstairs working now. I'm in 3B working now, you know what I mean? I'm downstairs doing my thing. I wasn't even going to, so for real, I wasn't even going to go to Akh's cell. I promise you, man, I'm out in the hallway. Cool black CO dude, he see me. He said, hey, White, that dude in cell 15 upstairs, man, say he need to holler at you, man. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, the dude in cell 15, you know, the bald head Muslim dude? I'm like, oh, he was like, yeah. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to make it over there if I dip. He was like, all right, I told him I'll tell you, man. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, appreciate it. So I did. I finished doing what I was doing, and I dipped. I went up there, you know what I mean? I get up there. That's word. I look. Man, Akh was looking happy. I was like, what's up, Akh? He was like, man, this feeling good right now. Yeah, this feeling good. It's feeling good right now. I was like, what you feeling good about? He was like, man, I'm about to get out the hole. I said, you about to get out? He was like, yeah. I was like, you about to get out? That's what's up, man. I was like, you need to get out, man. Like, you gotta stop coming back here, bro. I said, your Muslim brother's gonna cut you off, man. I've been joking. He was like, nah, look, his favorite word, they know I'm human. They know I'm human, so, you know, it is what it is. But look, guess what part I'm coming to? I was like, well, they put you in 2 buildings. You going back to 2 buildings? He was like, nah. I said, well, they put you in 1 building because you got a lot of time, don't you? He was like, nah. I was like, where you going at? He was like, I'm coming to your pod.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes.